It's a beautiful Saturday here at the Las Sages playing field where we are set for match number 15 in season 4 of the Dream 11 Spicel T10 tournament. The two teams, the Bayleaf Blasters, who won their first match of the tournament last evening, coming up against the Nutmeg Warriors, who currently sit at the top of the table. Shadrach Descat will be spinning for the Warriors, standing in for his captain, Roland Cato, while Micah Narayan will have the duties as captain for another match for the Bayleaf Blasters. Mr. Match Referee, over to you.
Shadrach, you're the home captain, so you would stay. Head.
The call is for a head from Micah Narayan, and it is a tail. Nutmeg Warriors have won the toss. Shadrach, Warriors seems to be doing on a roll so far, winning another toss. What would be the decision of the outfit?
We're going to decide to bowl today. Obviously, it's a fresh pitch, and obviously there is some moisture in the wicket, so we're going to take the opportunity to see what it does and give ourselves a chance to chase whatever they post.
You guys have been playing some very good cricket as of late. Yesterday had a scare early on, but you were able to recover well. You yourself got among the runs in the tournament. Must be a happy feeling in the camp.
Yeah, it must be pleasing to win. It's always the opposite when you don't win, but the team have been playing good cricket so far. We gelling as a team. The experience from Fletcher and myself, the camaraderie and communication between the players have been good. So, and the bowlers have been doing good, so kudos to them. We're going to back ourselves today on this wicket and see if we could bowl them less than 100.
All right, well, Shadrach, all the best to this match and looking forward to seeing some good cricket.
Thank you very much. Right.
Micah, a fresh track, ask the bat first. What is your thoughts on the toss?
First of all, let me thank the Almighty for bringing us here. I mean, it's another day of cricket, a new wicket. We just had to go out there and keep your eyes on the ball and get out as much runs on the power play as I said, and continue for the momentum to take us at a total over 120.
You guys would have had a few changes yesterday in your order in terms of the batting order and also the bowling. You think you'd have settled on a settled formation for this encounter?
Well, the batting order will be the same, but in the bowling aspect, we have to watch and see how the amount of runs we score and how the game is progressing, so then we can make the changes according to.
Any changes from yesterday's encounter?
No, we're playing with the same team.
All right, well, Mike, all the best to Bayleaf Blasters for this one.
Thank you.
So that's the news from the middle. The Nutmeg Warriors have won the toss and they've asked Bayleaf Blasters to bat first.
All right, well, it is day number 8 in the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 Tournament 2024. Welcome, viewers, listeners, wherever you are viewing this broadcast. We want to welcome you to another very exciting day of keen cricket competition. 6 teams vying for the 2024 edition of the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10. Well, today's game we're going to see the Nutmeg Warriors. They had a really good bounce back yesterday, and they're going to be coming up against the Bayleaf Blasters. Bayleaf Blasters, they won their first encounter again yesterday, so a good day for these two teams, and they're going to face each other today. What I can tell you is this: the Bayleaf Blasters, they will be batting first, and the Nutmeg Warriors, they're going to be taking the field. It's quite an interesting day ahead of us, and we await to see can the momentum of that first victory by the Bayleaf Blasters, can that take them to a different sphere in terms of the 2024 edition of the Spice Isle T10 tournament. They've been down in the doldrums, they've been struggling somewhat, but they got a very important victory, and I think this could spur them on. Meantime, the Nutmeg Warriors, they showed their class. They showed that, they understand what it is to be winners. They've always featured in every final of the T10 tournament so far, and they want to show that they belong in the finals already. A bit of a way to go. They still have to work hard to ensure that at the end of the rounds, they can be well placed so that they can get themselves into the final. A lot to play for these two teams. We await to see how they go, as we're about to see the first delivery. It will be Alex Moses from the commentary end, or the pavilion end, as we would like to say it. And he will be bowling up to Wavell Benjamin. Benjamin having a really decent knock yesterday. They really started a good bit of momentum for the Bayleaf Blasters, and he will hope to continue that today. As I welcome alongside me a voice that is very familiar in this T10 and the commentary box, Mr. Kerry Frank.
All right, good day to you, Rondell, and good day to all our viewers, wherever you're taking in the broadcast. Seeing a beautiful Saturday here at the Last Suggest. All set for exciting day of cricket.
All right, so there we had it, our first delivery of the day, and Benjamin just looking to guide that one down. Moses not really giving him anything to work with.
Yeah, Wavell Benjamin, you know he likes to get off to the ball, especially once he's in his arc, would look to go downtown. And Alex Moses, he has been a good servant for Nutmeg Warriors over the years, looking to get another early breakthrough as his customarily does for his team.
Well, a lot will depend on Moses in terms of getting the team off to a good start. They had a wonderful start yesterday, picking up 2 wickets in the first over that he bowled, and I think he would be looking for the same sort of result here today.
Yeah, generally teams who picks up wickets early, they're able to curtail the scoring rates, and it's important to get batsmen back early in the shed to put your team up early.
Benjamin just guiding that one, getting off the mark. So he has felt the ball on the bat, and we're going to be looking to see how prolific he can be today. I think Bayleaf Blasters will depend on him to be as prolific as he can and really get them off to a good start.
Oh yes, certainly. It's a good Nutmeg Warriors batting lineup, the likes of Andre Fletcher, Roland Cato, Shadrach Escott, all in good form, in relatively good form in this tournament, and you need to post something competitive that would be able to make them feel a bit shaky going after it. But so it's important that both Benjamin and Douglas get their team off to a good start, because I think they will be aiming, it's a new track, so but they still have to aim to get at least 110, 120 to have a shout in this encounter.
Really decent delivery, good bounce, getting quite a bit of bounce from that wicket. It was not really pacey, but what really deceived the batsman there was the bounce. So we look to see how this wicket would play today.
Oh yeah, and your strip, first time it's been played on in the tournament, and you can see the grass. It's not an even covering of grass, so that would tell you that there is opportunities for a bit of uneven bunks. And you see this one really, Douglas was a bit surprised by the extra bunks generated on that occasion.
Backs away, cuts well. Really not really in any urgency. You saw that they just strolled one. But I think this, with the momentum that they have going in from yesterday, they need to repeat some of the things that they did well.
Yeah, and I think it's helpful for the Blasters in that they played the last match yesterday and now they're playing the first match today. So it's really a continuation of that, should be seen as a continuation of that effort. It was quite spectacular yesterday, and we'll be hoping for more of the same this afternoon.
Again, the line of the delivery from Moses not really giving Benjamin much room. But what we saw from him yesterday, that sort of explosiveness, he has not really come out with that explosive intent this morning. So I dare say he can't take too long to really begin to get explosive. The power play is only 4 overs. This is what we were accustomed to. He gets onto the back foot and cracks that one. Beautiful shot.
Outstanding shot there by the batter, making a bit of room for himself, hitting it through the offside. 4 good-looking runs for Wavell Benjamin. Just opened up himself and hit through the offside, and the fielder there had made off and made covers. All they can do is escort the ball to the boundary and pick it up behind the ropes. 4 good-looking runs to Wavell Benjamin.
Yeah, that's the sort of start that you need if you're going to really post any big total. And it's the end of the first over. Only 6 runs coming from it. Nutmeg Warriors, they would feel happy with that.
Yeah, it's all about following it up with another good over. As we see, it's going to be the young left armer who has really started the tournament on a high. Jumal Francis, on the 19 player from St. George's, and he is now taking up for the first match he bowled in the tournament. He actually opened the bowling from the southern end and picked up 2 quick wickets. I think he was the same very opponent, the Bayleaf Blasters, but now he seems to being entrusted with the responsibility by his captain to bowl from the northern end, and probably might even suit him best because you have the breeze blowing from east to west here at the Las Sages playing field, and that ball the breeze might just help bring the ball back into the right-handed batsman, so really giving him a bit to work with. So it's quite an exciting prospect for a youngster who was not drafted initially and selected as a replacement. He's really came out pretty well in the tournament and is one to look forward to in the future.
Well, I just say we really have been impressed by all the under-19 cricketers on show. Dante Alexander yesterday looked really good.
Yeah, quite a few of those there. You cannot forget the Murray twins, Cotton, Kelshon, though may not be considered under 19, but 1 year removed from under 19, he has done well also. So it has been a really good showing by the under 19 crops, the younger players in the tournament, and it shows that the future for the sport is quite bright. Quite a number of talented individuals to work with, and it's a good sign for cricket in Grenada.
This one lifted, not really getting much power behind it. I think Douglas just looking to, see what Francis is offering. He needs to assess quickly though.
Yeah, Douglas there, not really going through the shot, but probably to his own benefit, because he had Andre Fletcher down there station on the long on boundary, and he was smiling sort of cheekily, saying that, hey, you should have taken him on. I was in prime position to collect that catch, but he leaves the fight another day.
Again, really outstanding bowling, a good line, good length there from Francis. Just giving the batsmen the single. They need more than singles if they're going to really set a competitive total for the likes of Fletcher and Kato. So the Bayleaf Blasters, they need to begin blasting. I think they need some sort of impetus into the innings now.
Still early days, if not, but you'd want to get the run rate up to 7s and 8s in the early going. Good delivery there from Francis. It's a slower one, cutting back into the right-handed batsman there. So, Clyde John, when I was speaking about Jumal, I saw a big smile on your face, but I'm not too sure if you have not told the viewers already, but you are probably, well, not probably, but you are responsible for some of his successes as he's on the tutelage in the Junior Murray Cricket Academy. So you must be happy from your position seeing one of your students or out there doing quite well.
Yeah, it really is a joy to see the way they have progressed. There's still a long way for him to go. We have quite a few things to work on, but definitely being a part of the T10 and having this level of success, it does feel good. That's a cracking shot. That's a beautiful shot. Benjamin just getting in line and really caressing. There was nothing about, losing shape. He just caressed that one.
Yeah, I think he just watched that ball onto his bat and really hit it through the extra cover region. Quite beautiful there from Weevil Benjamin, and he didn't look to overhit it, just extended his arm, opened up his body slightly to hit through the offside. Brilliant execution of the cover drive from Benjamin, not a man move.
Yeah, really good stuff. That's what we need. This is what the Bayleaf Blasters want to see. Francis coming back well, but the Bayleaf Blasters, they want to get some sort of score that would represent, the sort of ability that these Bayleaf Blasters have. I think they really been below par in the tournament so far. Yesterday would have spurred them. They came from, looking at an onslaught by Ryshawn Williams, especially the last maybe 2-3 overs. He really took to the bowlers, but they were able to come back and really win this game. So I think they know their ability. They're looking to back it. They just need a little more momentum.
Yeah, Alex Moses, he's looking to see if he can snare that breakthrough for his skipper. He has been quite well throughout for the Nutmeg Warriors. Yesterday picking up 2 wickets in the second and third ball he bowled against the Cinnamon Pacers really truly dented the chances of chasing down the total posted by the Warriors.
So at the start of the new over, 1 run coming off the bat of Benjamin, and so the total goes on to 15. Coming into the third over, ideally you want to be maybe, I would put it 25, 30. So it says that they have not really gotten that sort of impetus. The start has been slow. Maybe it's the tactic for the day, but let's hope that they can pick it up.
Yeah. Some adjustments, as you see discussions happening there on the field between one of the senior players, Andre Fletcher and Alex Moses. Probably just looking to slow the game a bit and maybe get to the batsmen.
Again, finding the gap. They're looking for one. An easy 2. I dare say that I need to see some more interest there. I think they're just strolling along. You want to put the fielders under pressure, make them do things, maybe throw the ball in a little faster, maybe a little wider, get an overthrow. You want to begin to put some pressure on the opposing team.
Something different there.
A bit of innovation there by Douglas, but really unsuccessful. All he did, he had no pace to work with, and it just ballooned. There we go, just ballooning to keeper Andrew, who took a really easy, comfortable catch. And the first wicket goes down, 17 for 1, the Bayleaf Blasters.
Yeah, disappointing ended to the innings by Douglas, looking to be innovative, and as you said, the ball just really didn't come at all there. So he would makes his way back to the pavilion for just 5, and another wicket for Alex Moses. That brings his tally to the season to 5, and the Bayleaf Blasters 17 for 1 in over number 4 brings to the crease now the standing captain Micah Narayan, who has been quite well with the bat in the last couple of matches, and I'm sure his team will be banking on him for another good performance in this inning. Still a lot of time to go, 7.5 overs, but they really need to put their foot on the accelerator.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see the way Micah has bounced back. You analyze what he did last year with the Ginger Generals, with the Cinnamon Pacers, and what he has done so far along with the Bayleaf Blasters. He has really come in with some good nick and been really performing well.
Yeah, sometimes all it takes, is just a change in environment. The Cinnamon Pacers, under his leadership, was really not going anywhere anytime fast. And so the decision was made to make a change in that regard. And here now Micah is with the Bayleaf Blasters, and he seems to be back in the sort of form he was in the initial 2 seasons of the tournament. And we'll be hoping that he can continue to do well for the Blasters in this season.
Yeah, he was really explosive last evening, and I think they need him to become even more explosive now. The start has been a bit sedated. That's what we're talking about. That's the hustle. So you can see that Narayan is feeling it. From the time he stroked that one, he called, and he's ready to get to the other end.
Yeah, well, if you know Micah is a busy like a cricketer, whether with the ball in hand or the bat in hand. He always likes to get at it and get things moving along, and he would be one that will be looking to run the 1s and 2s quite quickly to keep this scoreboard turning over. Once he remains there, then I think the Bayleaf Blasters will be in good stead.
Yeah, a lot will hinge on him. This one
is hit there, and he goes looking to go downtown, doesn't time it well. Andre Fletcher running back from along mid-off. He completes the catch. So Wavell Benjamin goes, second wicket to fall in the over, and now the Bayleaf Blasters, they're settling a spot of border at 18 for 2.
Yeah, really not anywhere close to the pitch of the ball. It seemed to just balloon, and Fletcher running back taking a really good catch. Benjamin, I dare say, didn't show the sort of prowess that he showed yesterday. He came out, they looked somewhat lethargic, really. I don't know if exhaustion steps in at this point, but really not the Wavell Benjamin we saw yesterday, and he perishes.
Yeah, disappointing way to go. It was not the most fluent in it, but he did hit 2 beautiful shots over the boundary rope, across the boundary rope for 4. And he's now back in the pavilion, and he makes way for number 44, Handel Stafford, who will be looking for a good inning for his team in this tournament, yet to really come to the party. And it's a perfect opportunity for him now to do so.
Yeah, really, Stafford has been known to be a pretty hard-hitting batsman. Been out of the game for a while, and this is his return. I think he prefers the longer format, but getting into the T10 maybe just to try and help him to, gather some form, assess himself, see where he goes from here, and really maybe try to get back to the glory days of the old Handel Stafford.
Yeah, a couple of decades ago, one of the most classy batsmen we've had going around in local cricket. Would have made the national teams on a few occasions also, and we'll be hoping that he can replicate some of those prior glory in this tournament for his team, who desperately needs it.
Back foot, pulling well. Man out there. And it's just going to be 1, but it's good to see. Good to see that he was able to get into position quickly, roll the wrist on that one. It tells you he seems that's coming out with a bit more purpose this morning.
Yes, as Stafford, a very brave man. A wicket, we see a bit of, the bounce in this one is not true as the other strip. And coming out to just a cap is probably an indication of his confidence, but probably might be advised, to probably wear the grill, because one can come from nowhere and can create some problems. We saw earlier in the tournament what happened to his captain, Heron Campbell, one which really followed him and struck him quite severely. So would probably be advised to wear the helmet against, especially now Josh Thomas, who's a tall man and can get that bit of extra bounce. So be encouraged to do so.
Well, I think not until possibly one flies past the nose, he may just decide, it's time. But for now, he's braving it. He's showing that, look, and he's now calling for it. So quite wisely, calling for it.
Yeah. So probably the question would be, right, he went in, Alex Moses was bowling, 1 delivery in the over left. He decided to wear a cap. And now he goes out there and he 1 delivery later, he's like, oh, here comes Josh Thomas. I probably need my helmet. So I think it's probably the better decision to do to on the side of caution. And we don't want any incidents, and his team can ill afford to have another injury in this tournament.
Yeah, really, the Blasters do not really have the depth in terms of their batting. We've not really seen much depth in their batting for any one of them to get injured or further injuries, and so they need to really be as cautious. But what they need now, really, going into the last over of the power play, is some boundaries to be scored.
Oh yes, I think they certainly need to get the score in 19 runs and over, just over 6 runs. 19 runs for 2 in 3 overs, just over 6 runs and over. And with the quality of batters in the opposite 11, they would need to get definitely over 100, 110 to be competitive in this encounter.
Right away off the mark, Stafford just looking to, rotate the strike, bring in hard-hitting Micah Narain into strike. Narain in the mode that he has been in. We wait to see how he would stack up against Thomas, who, as you said, tends to get a bit of extra bounce based on his height.
Oh yes, I think Josh, following Josh Thomas' career and from his progression from the youth level up to the senior level, it's really one of those beautiful actions, the fast bowling actions. Tall, he uses his length well, gets high up and deliver, and such a beautiful action. He would have played first-class cricket for the Windward Islands, represented Grenada senior team for a number of years, even at the youth level. And he's one of those experienced bowlers that can certainly make the best use of these conditions here. And would not be surprised if he's able to pick up a wicket or two to further put Bayleaf Blasters on the back foot.
Again, another quick single. Blasters not looking to rack up any dot balls. We had 6 dot balls so far, and not bad in terms of the dot ball percentage, but really and truly in T10 you do not want to have dot balls. You want to make sure that you pick up the boundaries and still rotate the strike, get the singles, ask the bowlers to bowl at a new batter ever so often.
Yes, quite breezy conditions here at the Las Vegas playing field, as we can see, the uniforms being fluttering in the wind, so to use to carry a banner in the back of the plate.
And that would give them some momentum. Stafford looking to pull on the edge, maybe coming off the glove, and the man there at short fine leg had no chance. Swiveled well.
Yeah, it seems like he hits more the under edge top portion of the bat, and luckily for him, he's been able to find the gap. Badly lined delivery though from Thomas, so all Stafford really had to do was to get some form of bat onto it. Goes down into the long leg boundary for 4, so important boundary, as you said, to the Blasters, who score moves on to 25 for 2.
Again, guiding straight to the man there at backward point. And so the Blasters unable to get any more further run. Look at the rate that they're going, just about 6, and if they continue along that rate, it means they basically would just add another maybe 38-40 runs to bring their total to 65-70. They would need much more than this. Stafford goes, launches into that one. It's gonna clear the rope. Really outstanding shot, good shot, 6 runs. Handles Stafford.
Yeah, outstanding shot. They're just short of a good length, and Stafford is able to rock back and hit that one cleanly over the backward square for 6. So he would certainly feel good getting that one off the middle of the bat for 6, and might be just the impetus that the Blasters need to push on from here. They're 31 for 2 in over number 4.
Again, Thomas just going a bit wide. The umpire clearly signaled that one is too wide. But Stafford really hasn't got the start. We saw him get a little 12, 15. He's better than that, and he will really want to put up his hand today and help his team to get to a respectable total.
Oh, most certainly. And as you see, a tournament where most batters have cashed in well. His high score is just 24, and we certainly know he's much better than that.
Yeah, the choice of shot will be very important. Want to make sure that you utilize the bowler's space. Everything doesn't have to be crashed. It could be finessed. It could be, just delicately played. Make sure you find the gap. Make sure you get, the fielders really maybe putting in the dive. So they need to look at the shot selection, the Bayleaf Blasters.
Yes, as you said, using the pace of the bowler, you don't really have to, at that pace, you don't really have to generate much more pace to it, and look to probably play it even a bit more square, behind square on the offside, where you can pick up a lot of runs. So it's all about the selections of the strokes by the batters.
Well, another over comes to the end. It's the end of the power play, and the Bayleaf Blasters, they come out of the power play 32 for the loss of 2 wickets. Some 6 overs remaining. They will need to just build on this. It's not too bad. It ended pretty decently for them. Most teams come out of the power play 40, 45, tend to go on and get totals well in excess of 110. And so let's hope that they can pick it up from here.
Yes, you see a new bowler, number 57. Batting all-rounder, or is it a bowling all-rounder, genuine all-rounder, from the island of St. Lucia, the Helen of the West, Shadrach Descartes, and we'll be looking to see if he can pick up his first wicket in the tournament.
He wouldn't get it there because Micah Narayan has just climbed into that one. Pitched up really tame in terms of really troubling Narayan, and Narayan just showing the maker's name.
Oh, quite exquisite shot there from Micah Narayan. He just came forward, full extension of the hat and cleanly of the hand, hits that back over the bowler into the side screen. And I can tell you as a fast bowler, there is no more insulting sign in the world of cricket.
No, that is a decent comeback. You do not want to see that ball going back past you. You prefer the ball that leaves the batsman and has him in all sorts of quandary, as we just saw there.
Yeah, I think probably Micah should have probably looked to play that last delivery in a similar direction he played the first one. You could see he was playing across the ball and got beaten outside the off stump. A bit of encouragement for Shadrach.
Inside, turning well. There's a fielder out there, so it's only one. But so far, Narayan has really been impressive. I think he's looking to carry on from where he left off yesterday. So far, you can see the intent whenever he faces up to the deliveries.
Yeah, I think without a doubt, Micah Narayan has been one of the bright spots in what can be classified as a disappointing season for the Bayleaf Blasters, and he is one that has performed more times than not and getting them some level of respectabilities both with the bat and in the field with the ball.
Stafford.
Oh, ugly there from wicketkeeper Javon Andrew, as that one goes through his leg into the boundaries. 4-by signal there. The batsman was look at a slower delivery. He was into the shot way before the ball was at him and passed over the bat through the legs of wicketkeeper Andrews, and quite a bit of not so pretty cricket there from the wicketkeeper of the Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, I look at the body language of the Warriors and they seem all relaxed this morning, and you know, when you too relaxed, sometimes complacency sets in. Stafford drives well. Picking up an easy single. So they move along, 44 for 2. We're in over number 5.
Yeah, certainly the run rate is now getting close to 10 runs and over. They were just about 6.5, 7s, and now we can see a couple of boundaries, what they can do to the score rate. Partnership building between the of 26 between Narayan and Stafford.
Again inside, whipping it off the legs. Need to run the first one hard. They really need to, you know, put that fielder under a bit of pressure. Just a little too relaxed out there.
Oh yes, and just looking to see if we can get these stats there for Micah Narayan. You know, speaking about his performance for the season with the bat, before this innings he make him to be at 97 runs in the tournament for the series. So would be just what 3. He certainly would go on past 97 now, 107. Yeah. So he will be looking to number 6. I make it on the batting list, and quite good stuff from the senior player from the Bayleaf Blasters. Talking about senior players, Bayleaf probably two of the most experienced teams in terms of players, both age-wise and level of cricket that they have played for. So we should expect a good encounter between those outfits, as we see another first-class player. Should we say former first-class player or first-class contendee? Because I don't think it's right for us to write off Josh, you know, though he had not played for the Windwards in the last few seasons, but I'm sure he still would have his sights on wearing that baggy green of the Windwards in the future.
Yeah, definitely. You cannot count him out once his rhythm is intact and he puts in 2 good seasons. I think he will be looked at, because the Windwards, they are playing some good cricket. You saw them in the 4-day, you know, twice in a row they were up, runners second. Up, you know, coming second. And so they're looking just one step ahead again to maybe be crowned champions.
Yeah, from being the whipping boys of West Indies cricket now to being a genuine contender for first-class 4-day championship honours. It's a massive improvement by the Volcanoes franchise.
Wow. That was a good
beauty.
delivery.
Yeah, I think that one there just threw the batsman forward. It just pitched on a good length and just seam away. We were talking about red ball cricket, but that was certainly a red ball type delivery there. Micah was all ends beaten. And beautiful delivery there from Josh Thomas.
Yeah, really good delivery. It seemed to touch just around the grassy area and really deviated well. Narayan goes inside out. Unable to really pierce the field, but will pick up one. I like the intent I see from Narayan. He wants to get on with it. He knows the importance of his team really getting a good total that would challenge the Nutmeg Warriors.
Yes. Fighting spirit there showed by Narayan. He's 11 of 8. Stafford, who has not had the strike for the last few deliveries, quite a few deliveries, he's on 13 of 8, and will be looking to keep the scoreboard, keep it ticking along, and keep growing that partnership, which currently stands at 29.
Okay, that one just wide, and Stafford rightly not really chasing after it.
Yeah, struggling with his radar. There is Josh Thomas, second wide in the over, and so wide that the batsman just elected to let it go behind and pick up a free run or extra run.
Stafford goes, lifting this one. Good bit of footwork there by Kito. Really not getting the sort of timing that he needs it. It begs the question, has the bowlers really done the trick, or is the wicket playing a little dodgy? So the 50 coming up for the Bayleaf Blasters, 50 for 2. We're in over number 6.
See another mistime shot into the outside where Enoch Toussaint does the fielding. One more run to Stafford. He moves on to 16. But I think Clyde, from the evidence we have seen so far, it is quite clear that this pitch, the bounce is a bit up and down or inconsistent bounce compared to the other wicket, which is a bit more truer. So you can see the batters are a bit struggling for time. So might be an interesting proposition to batters for this match and the next one to follow.
As Narayan pulls, I quite agree with you. Another single. Seems a bit dodgy. You really need to keep your eyes and trust your technique.
Yeah, but even if you look at that shot right now on the screen, and the 2 wickets that the first wicket, the wicket to our left, where the previous 7 days matches would have played on, and this one, you can clearly see it's 2 totally almost distinct, and the other one is a bit truer. You can see less grass on it. This one is a bit of more grass, not a full covering.
Stafford goes, lifting that one high, drops inside, and they hustle too.
Powerful
Really
throw
still not
there.
getting the boundaries.
Yes, so just to go back to the point, you can see that the wicket being played on, it's not an even covering of grass, and that would provide the opportunity where the ball can hit one of those grass and create either it deviates up or goes down. So it's a bit more challenge there. So I would think batting would be a bit more of a challenge on this one as compared to the other one, where batters was telling me that you literally can close your eye, hit through the line, and you can guarantee that you're going to get value for your shots. As Imran Joseph, who is nursing an injury, we see him there doing some duties of the substitute fielder, and Blacks, or Imran Joseph, as Blacks as he's known for commonly within our cricketing circle, he would be relishing the opportunity to be performing on this wicket there, but unfortunately he has to be on providing other duties for his team.
Yeah, the fact that they're playing on a wicket which offers a little bit more for the bowlers, definitely he would relish the opportunity to be out there. Get a bit of sideways movement, you get a little bit of bounce here and there, and cause real problems for the bowlers, for the batters, sorry.
Shadrach for his second over.
All right, looking to lift this one.
Caught.
Kato takes a relatively easy catch. Not much work done there by Kato. He just came around, kept his eyes on it. Narayan perishes. And another wicket goes down for the Bayleaf Blasters. Narayan really looking to get some momentum into the innings. But unfortunately, he perishes. And that will bring a new batter to the crease.
Yeah, didn't time it that well, as you say. It was a slower delivery, and he had to generate some pace, and he was able to find Kato, who was there down at the backward square. All he had to do was just take a couple of steps to his left and complete the catch, as he now has to make his way back to the pavilion for 12, and brings out number 11, player number 11, that's Shaquem Charles, to the middle, to see if he can get some runs, much needed runs for his team in this tournament. And Clyde Rondell John, Shaquem Charles, one of the exciting prospects that we've had at the youth level, just really didn't probably progress as many would have expected him to do. And I think he and Anil Matthew, they still share that record of over 300 runs for the opening wicket in under 15 cricket on broken stand. So certainly has a talent, and hoping today that his team can put some runs on the board for his team in the remaining 4 overs.
Yeah, a lot would be dependent on him now. He wants to make sure that at least he puts his hand up and gets a score for himself and put a respectable score on the board for his team. And once they can defend that, then he would feel good with his day's work.
Yes.
Well played, well played. Losing the pace of the bowler. Well fielded there by Francis on the boundary, but I like the approach right away. Just using the pace, looking to ride the delivery, find the gap. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, you can see he almost played that ball behind him, allowed the ball to come to him, and just open the face, guys, it down to third man. Probably, should have considered 2 there, but Shaquem now, a very heavy set player, and probably coming back for 2 was out of the equation.
Good delivery again. It seems, as we've been rightly saying, the bit of movement, extra movement, because of that extra grass on the wicket, has Stafford looking tentative. 18 of 12 deliveries. He wants to get a bit momentum. He's been there for some 22 minutes, so he has seen what is happening. There he goes. Good hit. But finds the fielder. Really, the Bayleaf Blasters unable to clear the boundaries. They're just picking out the fielders. Another catch for Andre Fletcher. And another wicket goes down for the Bayleaf Blasters.
Yeah, catching practice out there for the Nutmeg Warriors. Really didn't get much pace onto that delivery, and looking to go downtown instead. He has to walk back into the pavilion for 18 and sinks his team into further trouble. They're 55 for 4 with just 20 deliveries left in the inning.
That brings in the hard-hitting Nyron Belfon. I think this is a youngster who is aggressive. He really likes to feel the bat on ball, so one can expect that he's going out there with the intent to really put some bat to ball.
Yeah, when you look at the Bayleaf, though, one of the things puzzling thoughts is that we've not seen much with the bat, or haven't seen probably at all with the bat of Corey Celestine, a young, exciting prospect, picked as a batter in this unit. 4 wickets down, he's yet to make his entry into the pitch, and I think that's probably one of the areas Bayleaf Blasters should look to address. Give him opportunity. You have young players. Once they get that confidence and confidence and time out in the middle, they can do well. And we know Corey Celestine from his under 15 or the 19 days is really a hard hitter, and give him an opportunity to see what how he comes up in this what we consider big men cricket.
Yeah, definitely. You want to see the youngsters. You've seen Riquel Sylvester at the top for the Saffron Strikers. The Scott. Wide delivery. Yeah, but you want to give them the opportunity, allow them to express themselves. They are the ones who play a bit more fearless cricket, I would put it. They're not afraid to challenge the bowlers, and sometimes they get off. Good, sensible cricket can see them, really excel. So the opportunity, once they're in the team, I think the opportunity should be given to them.
Almost certainly. It's all about giving the youngsters the opportunity so that they can showcase their abilities. A talented bunch, and again, you see now all held up in play because I believe Nyron Belfon has called for the helmet. He went out there without any headwear, and now first delivery up head height. He says, "You know what? I think I made a mistake. Let me ask one of my teammates to bring out my helmet." And it's always the preferred mode in cricket because a delivery can come from anywhere and threaten the batters. So it's advisable that they carry their helmets in this match.
Yeah, so the Nutmeg Warriors, they will be happy with their progression so far. They've taken every catch that has come their way. Not much pressure being put on them in the outfield. And so they seem to be comfortable. And let's hope that they do not get too complacent. 56 for 4. We're in over number 7. It means that there is just some 20 deliveries to go. In the context of T10, that's a lot of deliveries. A lot of runs could be scored from that 20 deliveries. So, but somebody has to step up.
Well, I think they should be looking to see they can get at least 2 runs or ball from here on out, which would get them just 96 and a bit more. But so I think really the wicket we see it's not as true as the previous one. So anything over 100 can make the top task a daunting one for the Nutmeg Warriors.
Again, a bit of bounce. Just troubling the batter there a bit.
I think it's smart bowling too from Shadrach Descartes. You see the first delivery, even though he was slanted on the leg side, you can see that there's he's making an effort to keep the ball at the body of the batsman. With Nyron Belfon, he certainly likes width and length, and he's not pitching up, neither is he offering him that width so that he can free his arm. So it's pretty smart bowling from the all-rounder out of St. Lucia.
Yeah, doing really well, Descartes. Again, another lift in delivery. Charles looking to just ramp it over the keeper. Not making contact.
Signal 1 for the over. It's actually the end of the over, so it's a good time to utilize your one-shot delivery for the over. So it's the end of over number 7. One which successful over for the Warriors. 3 runs scored, but more importantly, 2 wickets were picked up in the over by Shadrach Descartes, and he has not had a wicket in the tournament to date, and to pick up 2 wickets in 1 over would be certainly a good feeling from the all-rounder.
Yeah, his 2 overs going for 12 runs, and this would represent a good outing for him with the ball. We've seen him with the bat. Brilliant 69 yesterday to really get his team back into a really good position, and it means now that it's all coming together for him.
Yeah, yep, good performance. One good day with the bat yesterday, now following it up with the ball, and that's what you need from your star players, your all-round players, that they can contribute in both facets of the game with the bat and the ball. And there's a third one, also the field, and in terms of their leadership and the other variables they bring to their team. So very good effort from Shadrach, as we see the 5th bowler now, and it's all seam as Enoch Toussaint into the attack. Clyde Rondell John, another one of your tutelages, Enoch Toussaint, coming out also of the Junior Murray Cricket Academy. He represented Grenada in the recently concluded Winlot Under 19 Championships, where the team won all 6 matches in the tournament, playing undefeated for championship glory. Plays for St. George's, so bright young prospect, and would be looking for a couple of wickets here in this T10 competition match.
Yeah, well, he has been amongst the wickets, bowling, especially at the death, the last 3 overs. thereabout, and has consistently picked up wickets so far and really doing well. What I like about these under 19 players is that they're not afraid to showcase their skills. The slower delivery, the off cutters, the leg cutters, they really try it. You look at the Murray boys, you look at Toussaint, you look at Francis, Alexander coming up against Raishawn Williams yesterday, really bowled decently. So it means that they're really trying well.
Badly line delivery down the leg side for a single. And just to add to your point, you know, normally when you're younger, you're a bit fearless, you take chances, you look to do things that most seasoned or pros may not really think of. But those guys, they're still learning their craft, but they're not afraid to experiment and try different things, and which is quite encouraging. And as you said, they've all done relatively well in the tournament.
Good delivery. Not much pace to work with, so that's really good.
Oh my goodness, where is Nyron Belfont going? Shaquem Charles just took one run and he ambled down to the non-strikers, and Nyron Belfont turn. Oh, that's a bit disappointing there from Belfont. Ugly bit of cricket from Belfont turn, and he was coming back for a second, non-existent second, and finds himself stranded as the throw from Fletcher goes into the keeper, fumbles, but he has enough time to pick up and to dismiss, take one bail off the stump to send Belfont back to the pavilion.
Yeah, Belfont really guilty of not really paying attention to what is happening. You have to remember you're running with Shaquem Charles. Shaquem is not as fast as he used to be, and you definitely have to keep your eyes on him, keep your eyes on the ball. Remember, it's Spiceman who has a decent arm and can really get that ball in. So yeah, misjudgment on his part.
Yeah, but Shaquem Charles, there was no way he was going to come back for two there, and I think Nyron Belfont should be backing himself to take up the strike against the under-19 player and to see how he can get a couple of balls over the ropes. Instead, he's looking to go back on the non-strikers and finds himself back in the pavilion.
Well, 61 for 5. We're in over number 8. As the Bayleaf Blasters, they struggle and continue to struggle. Not really getting any momentum into this innings this evening rather. To Saints. This one is drilled. That is a beautiful shot. Dante Alexander striking well. Found the gap. Good strike. Just opening up the front leg and just striking that one through the cover region. 4 runs to Alexander. Again, as we rightly said, these under 19 players, they are not afraid to really do what needs to be done. Toussaint just a little bit off pace there. Another wide in the over by Toussaint. His 3 deliveries so far going for 9 runs. Will want to bounce back and maybe pick up 2 quick wickets here for his team, as he always seemed to do at the back end of the innings. Taking that one on the body. Good comeback delivery from Toussaint.
Yeah.
66 for 5. Current run rate of 8.74. That really doesn't signal the sort of ability that the Bayleaf Blasters have in terms of their batting lineup. they will be looking to maybe get closer to the 80. And even challenge the 100 total, but so far the Nutmeg Warriors, they will feel happy. They will feel that they've done just enough to ensure that, you know, they've restricted the Bayleaf Blasters. And Blasters who have not had such a good tournament continues, you know, just to limp through. And they really will want to end, should want to end the tournament on a high, as we see another good delivery by Toussaint. As the over comes to an end. Some 12 runs coming off that over from Toussaint. In the context of the tournament, a relatively good over. I think the average of most bowlers in the tournament will be, should be just hovering about around 14.
Spin for the first time today. Andre Fletcher with his leg spin. So we wait to see who's going to bowl the final over, whether it's going to be Daniel McDonald, but it's good to make it 2. But so far, previous 8 overs to bowl was all seam. And Andre Fletcher leg spin, who has been very successful in the tournament to date, will be looking to see if he can get 1 or 2 more wickets for his to add to his tally. In this form of the game, and representing his team can be considered a genuine all-rounder, as he's a threat with both bat and ball.
Quick single taken there. The hustle one. But as you rightly said, Fletcher in this tournament shows his all-round ability and has really been deceptive with that ball in hand. Picked up some really crucial wickets for his team to really help to, you know, restrict the opponents. That one a bit badly lined, but Charles not really able to take advantage.
Yeah, so Fletcher is second among wickets. He's on 6. Economy rate of 9.75, and he's also I think he's third among the run scorers, so he's really been a top performer for the Nutmeg Warriors, and can find a situation where Fletcher at the end of the tournament, Fletcher is the top leading run scorer and also the leading wicket taker. Never been done before in this tournament, but it's a possibility this year. And there he goes, now equal joint top wicket taker in the tournament on 7. As you see, Dante Alexander heads back to the pavilion.
Yeah, Fletcher and these googlies have really caused some trouble. Alexander not really reading it. Has the leg spinner's grip, but just letting it out from the front of the arm. Goes the other way. Alexander looking for the turn. There was none, and he perishes.
So another wicket. That's wicket number 6 now for the down for the Blasters, as number 43 makes his way speedily into the middle. That
Yes, the captain wants the pitch to be rolled.
Corey Celestine.
Yeah, Celestine.
I just convey the message.
Coming in pretty late in the innings. Still may be wondering what's what sort of factors would, you know, have caused him to be coming in so late. I think many of the all-rounders in the team may have batted before him. He's more or less a genuine batter. But nonetheless, he's in the squad, and let's see, he's in the wicket. Let's see how he faces up against Fletcher.
Opportunity for Fletcher with 3 more deliveries left in his over. His spell for the day will just be 1 over, and he will be looking to see if he can get another wicket for his team.
And they go for one. And they're going to get...
A third. Oh Lord.
And they're going to
Shakim's
take
to be run out.
4 runs. So a bit of sloppy work there from the Nutmeg Warriors, giving away 4. What should have been 1, they've given away 3 extra runs.
Not pleased there is the Andrew Fletcher. Can't be pleased with that effort at all.
Well, it looked quite comical. The batter losing his bat. The ball being thrown to and fro. In the end, a good result for the Bayleaf Blasters. They move on to 76 for 6 in over number 9. Celestine just playing and missing. End of the over, Fletcher. So it's the last over of the innings. And let's see who it's going to be taking up the attack. Bit of discussion by the 2 batters out there. They're probably looking to see how they can get their team as close to the 100 as possible.
Yeah, it's one more over to go. 4 wickets down? It's going to be bowled by Toussaint. So I think it's just about, you need to take all fear out of the equation now and see how you can maximize this one. Already on the pass score, and you would need much as possible. At the same time, sensible cricket. Batting needs to be deployed by the batters from the Bayleaf Blasters. An opportunity for Shakim to really stand up and make this over count. Big for his team.
Yeah, quite a big moment in this game for Shakim Charles. Can he really belt it around the park and get his team to a total that shows a bit of respectability? Shot pulling into the onside. They're looking for 2, which is not there. Charles really not looking to put any sort of extra pressure on himself. He just quietly takes his single. Celestine, it would be good for him to maybe just get a quick fire 20 to show his teammates that, hey, I belong out here. And really, that will signal maybe him cementing a spot in the batting lineup.
5 deliveries to go. Need a few boundaries.
Pulls. They go for 1. And they look to take on the second. Misfield there by John Olive. Allowing them to get the second. Good result for Celestine. Better result would have been 6. Quite a bit of acreage on the leg side. Really quick delivery there by Toussaint, really getting that one into the pitch. Smart move. Asking the batter to really reach up over his head for it. And that height there, no much control you will have.
Throw too powerful from Angie Fletcher. They're not collected cleanly, so the batters are able to come back for 2. And any additional run in this match will be very important for the Bayleaf Blasters. It's 81 for 2, 81 for 6 with 2 deliveries left in the over. and we'll be seeing if they can get a boundary or two to push their score closer to 90.
Yeah, these two have done well so far. Again, Celestine looking to cut that one through the offside. Not making much contact. He moved a bit too early. At this stage, you want to be as still as possible. You want to be able to, use the pace of the bowler, use the quick hands that you have, and really get that ball across the ropes.
Probably just a bit of inexperience in this occasion, remaining still and let the ball come to you.
Again, good slower delivery by Toussaint, showing his experience, showing his fearlessness, not afraid to really put in the slower delivery.
So that brings the end of the inning. 82 for 6 is the Bayleaf Blasters after being put into bat. And the batters really never got going in this innings. Clyde Rondell-John just aggregating 82 in the 10 overs. Just 3 batsmen were able to get into the double figures. And Handel Stafford 18 for 13 was the top score, with Narayan 12 of 10 and Benjamin 12 of 9. And it's really a poor effort batting first. And I'm sure now they would have to really bowl with all they have in them to see if they'll be able to restrict the Nutmeg Warriors under that total. And just going by form, I think we can say that the Nutmeg Warriors will be favourites at this stage in this encounter. Yeah,
the Nutmeg Warriors should feel happy with what they've done out in the field, save and except a couple of overthrows, not balls not really being collected cleanly, some of the throws not really being thrown up to the keeper. Save and except these things, I think they've had a good outing in the field. They would feel happy restricting the Bayleaf Blasters to 81. Looking at the body language of the Blasters from the time they came out, you didn't see that urgency. You didn't see the need to really push things on, and that to me tells about the morale of your team. And it's difficult to really get that going during an inning. Sometimes you have to come out with that sort of impetus, with that sort of willingness to push on. And I think they're guilty of being low on morale.
Yeah, so but at the same time, the Warriors bowlers, they were quite good, as picked up 6 wickets, 1 run out, and two wickets apiece for Alex Moses, who had picked up, customarily picks up early wickets for his team, and continued the trend today, 2 for 11. And Shadrach Escate picking up his first wickets of the tournament, 2 for 12, were the leading men with the ball for the Nutmeg Warriors.
Well, it's 82 for 6, the Bayleaf Blasters. As we said, the wicket, a different strip used today. Maybe that's responsible for the total, but let's look and see as we would bring you the chase in a few minutes' time. Stick with us.
Something for everyone.
Getting down to Grenada, we've created these incredible recipes for young chefs to essentially curate in the fashion of their culinary art. I'm very excited about this partnership. Grenada is known as the Spice Island, culinary capital in the Caribbean, as many have remarked.
What makes Grenadian cuisine so special? And the answer lies in the proximity of everything fresh.
I'm looking forward to uncovering the ingredients and the cultural expressions of Grenada and Pop. In Caribou, we had an amazing time, but I was so impressed about the beauty of the island and the people. So warm, friendly. I felt it kind of like a challenge. I thought I could say something here. I could do something here. The idea of bringing Grenada into the global culinary conversation became the mantra. We have to tell that story.
Must tell that story. And we are telling that story.
Well, you are, one pot at a time.
3, 2, 1.
Liftoff. Crew is in orbit, traveling at nearly 17,000 miles an hour.
If I take time and I write down all the things that I love on my island, best believe my list gonna be like 5 miles long. Best believe it's love that makes me sing this song. The cleanest breeze on the waters, friendly people meet in every corner. Togetherness and love is what we stand for. We stand for. We stand for.
Oh, island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed with forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
We're going higher. Going higher. As we aspire, build advances, put people together.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's only up from
If we take time to reminisce on the richness of our history from the beginning, from the people who came through sugar and change, emancipation through revolution. More than the speck up on the globe, more than the ice cream and gold, much more than the nutmeg and the clove. Tell the world
united as one, blessed with the strength to carry on. We're more than just that island in the sun. Tell the world we are
higher. 50 years we're blessed with forging fire.
Oh, you mean?
We going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Aspire, build advances, want people together. Going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
Really and truly, can't find the words to describe what my country mean to me. So much things we take for granted, but so much things they give to me.
Peace and tranquility, family, community. In no matter where we go in the world, just know that home is where my heart is.
50 years, as you shake for 50 more, as you shake to reach your goal, like you're only bring the goal.
I can see the vision clear. Sing it out to let the people hear.
Look at how we've gone and how far we've come.
50 years we strong and more to come, more to come, more to come. It's only up from here. More, more, more. Higher, higher. It's only up. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed with fortune fire. Still reaching for more.
We make the Carico Pity Matnik.
Higher, 50 years we're blessed with fortune fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
We're going higher, as we aspire, build advances, one people together.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's only up from
It take time to reminisce on the richness of our history from the beginning.
All right, well, we welcome you back to the Lasajas playing field. The chase is on. It's the Bayleaf Blasters. They're coming up against the Nutmeg Warriors in this encounter on day number 8 of the Dream 11 Spicel T10 tournament. Really outstanding conditions for cricket. Nothing really threatening out there. Good outfield. The Bayleaf Blasters, they've been able to muster 82 of their allotment of 10 overs. We're on a new strip, and we're wondering if it is the strip. So let's see how the Nutmeg Warriors will approach and what they will do in their turn at the crease.
Yeah, well, well, 86 for 2 represents a modest score.
Nutmeg Warriors, they're off. And off in quite sedated fashion. It's going to be important to look at how this wicket plays. And I think so far the Warriors, they're just looking to see what it has to offer. Fletcher taking strike, accompanied by Roland Cato. Again, a bit of movement, but well controlled by Fletcher. I think, Jason, the wicket seems to be seaming around a bit more. And so the batters, they tend to approach their innings with a bit more caution.
Yeah, well, this is a new strip, isn't it? This is not the strip that they played on for the past couple of days, so
short delivery, and Keto just climbs into it, getting it out to the man there at the backward square, and so they cross for another single. So as we said, it's going to be interesting just to, you know, see how the batters line up on this strip. The teams coming in, the Bayleaf Blasters, they went ahead rather sedately, but the explosiveness of Fletcher and Keto, we're wondering if they're really going to blast their way out to 83 for victory. That one is just caressed beautifully through the cover region, and Fletcher gets off the mark. Really an outstanding shot there from Andre Fletcher. Nicely covered, full face of the bat, getting the hands through it, and it raced away to the boundary. Short delivery by Belfon. Wicket is bouncing a bit more, and so the short delivery is a really good ploy at this time. Belfon outside the off stump, and a brilliant save from Charles in the outfield, really getting down quickly and was able to cut off a certain boundary. This morning I find out how he's sung in.
Yeah. Me collect me like the color make with the one we shot one for you. Leg stump, that when you duck. You tell me you stand up here and slip out.
So over number one.
The bowler is coming right over. Yeah. Yeah. Already instruct.
Okay, so over number one completed. We're going to see the start of over number two. It's going to be Neil and Pascal coming from the road end. And he's going to be bowling up to Roland Keto. Keto just lifting this one. It's high in the air. The first wicket taken. So a big strike there for Neil and Pascal, picking up the wicket of Roland Keto. Really a tentative shot. Not to the pitch fully of that delivery. And the easy catch there taken by Shakim Charles. Bringing the downfall of Keto. He goes yet again, not really a score that he will feel happy about. Just struggling there a bit. But more importantly, a big wicket for the Bayleaf Blasters.
Well, the Nutmeg Warriors, they want to continue with the steam from yesterday, and they've been pretty decent in the field, but disappointment again for Keto. I mean, he had a pretty good knock a few days ago, and since then he's been on an uphill climb. This time he still can't get off.
Yeah, he's really down. He's really down. The scores for him in the last 2-3 innings is nowhere close to his potential, and the ability that he has, the explosiveness we saw early in his batting innings or coming into the tournament is no longer there. So definitely he needs to go back, re-strategize, and come again.
Well, this is what we saw yesterday. Cato going down in the first over, and Andre Fletcher likewise.
Again, the wicket just seemed to be favoring the bowlers. A good bit of movement there by Pascal, just leaving the right-hander somewhat. Went through at a pretty decent click. I think a lot will rest on Pascal in terms of how he settles in and really gets these deliveries across.
Yeah, that's the leg stump. Thank you. It's coming right up about with 3 to come.
So nine for 1, Pascal, his third delivery. And he will be coming up against Fletcher. Fletcher wants to remain out there. He doesn't want to go back without that score being overhauled.
Pascal can get the quicker one to push through. We're seeing it on the surface. And also he's more than capable of bending his back. And he could always get the sharp lifting delivery. Even though he's not a tall man, he can still bang it in and get a short lifting, threatening delivery to the batsman.
Very much so, and with the pitch just having that extra hint of grass, I think is going to help them even further. Another quick single. So they're prepared to really rotate the strike, stay out there until they get anything loose, which is a good ploy. We've seen the way that they approach their innings. They're not afraid to, just rotate the strike until they get, some sort of momentum that favors them, the Nutmeg Warriors. It's not so much a tricky total, it's just 83 needed for victory. They have some 8.1 overs to do so. And that brings about the end of the over. So at the end of over number 2, it's 10 for 1. The Nutmeg Warriors in response to the 82 for 6 posted by the Bayleaf Blasters.
Well, they're currently going at 5 runs and over. They want to up that because what is required is just under 9 1/4. So they want to maximize on that, especially in the power play. These Nutmeg Warriors. They've lost an early wicket, but there's a lot of batting in this squad. And they're more than capable of getting up there. But they might think that they have time, but these overs can drift away very quickly.
Yeah, I quite agree with you there. It can really drift away. And if you, as the batters out there, not really interested in putting the fielders under pressure, not really interested in, taking that extra chance maybe to get the hands through one, it can all seem a bit academic. If the bowlers can put it in a good spot, they can keep you down. And as we've been saying, have to be on point here. Fletcher goes. A big wicket for the Bayleaf Blasters. They will be happy to see the back of Fletcher.
Yeah, well, Fletcher was trying to get under this one to send it way over backward a square, but mistimed it, and he was caught down on the square leg boundary, and a comfortable catch, more jubilation than anything else there. And Dante Alexander with a pair of safe hands, and Andre Fletcher is en route to the dugout, and Shadrach Descartes passes him on the way.
Yeah, really a big blow, big strike, Fletcher. I think a bit tentative. Knowing Spiceman, he can really get his hands through these deliveries, but he was just looking to tug it around, not really trying to overhit. Top edge brings his downfall. Very important for this pair here now. Very important this pair. They need to, look to do exactly what they did or even better. They want to make sure that they put the Bayleaf Blasters under a bit of pressure.
Well, Shadrach Descartes, he had a brilliant knock for the Nutmeg Warriors yesterday. 67, he picked up, he stayed the course, and didn't let his team down, especially when they needed him, and they needed him a lot yesterday after the fall of 2 early wickets. He's in a similar position again today, and well, he knows what's required. There's no point in telling him. He knows that. He's been here before.
Bit tricky of this wicket. It's proving that way. They have to really approach it well. But I believe that they have what it takes. The Bayleaf Blasters should feel that they have maybe just a snip, in terms of really getting the Nutmeg Warriors under this total of 82. Bowlers really need to be on point here and continue building that pressure. That's a beautiful shot. So Descartes is off. He's really picking up from where he left off and completing 2 easy runs, just stroking it through the onside. And really and truly, it's a mark of someone who's really confident.
Yeah, well, that's the important thing about that stroke. More than picking up 2 runs, he showed confidence, and he's getting the ball to come off the middle of the bat, and the Nutmeg Warriors would love that. So he's in good vein of form, picking up from yesterday.
Belfort, his over went. Shot delivery, and he's just tugging that one. Belfort bowling well, Jason, doing just what is needed. He wants to make sure that he continues to just get that ball into the wicket, use the movement that he's getting. He's getting just appreciable bit of movement, and so he's exploited it pretty well.
Yeah, well, the wicket is giving him some assistance, obviously. This new track, it has a lot in store for bowlers who put in the work.
Thank you.
Andrew will not want to get too bogged down.
Yeah, wait, no, wait up.
Misfield there, just allowing them to come through for the single. But you look at the approach, and as the batters out there, you do not want, because the wicket is tricky, you do not really want to get yourself too much into a shell that you can't take advantage of the wayward deliveries. They're moving along. It's 14 for 2. Similar situation to where the Bayleaf Blasters were. Still some time to go in the power play. And there he goes, Descartes, carting that one over the top. Not a man move. That's a shot of a man that is confident. And I think as long as he's out there, the confidence will just ooze, and the Nutmeg Warriors, they should feel happy with the form that he has really picked up so far.
Descartes has shown good form. I mean, 1 bounce over mid-off, 4 runs. Didn't even time it as well as he wanted to. It came off maybe the upper part of the bat and slicing, not middling full, but Nobody outside there, and still had the strength to send it all the way.
You confused, man? Yeah, look so. Every time somebody tell him something, you have to react. Coming back over.
Belfon one over to close off his spell. Wants to finish well. Really, really, really a missed opportunity there. I think they would have really, really wanted to take that opportunity. The ball was hit hard, but it went straight to the fielder, and he was unable to hold on. Big lifeline there for Descartes. This missed opportunity could have really put the Bayleaf Blasters in a position of ascendancy, Jason.
Yeah, well, the Bayleaf Blasters, they want to settle down quickly. Don't let this one get away from them. You have limited such a powerful team to 86 for 2. The Nutmeg Warriors, they've limited the Bayleaf Blasters to 86 for 2. The Bayleaf Blasters should know that they don't have a lot of runs to play with. So the sooner they settle down, the better for them.
Well, as we're about to see the final over of the power play begin, the score 20 for 2, the Warriors. Andrew just pulling that one, finding the gap, will run close to the boundary. And good aggressive running from them. This is what you need. You need to have that bit of momentum going in. You always want to have the fielders under pressure. And so far, I think this pair is proving that they're a pair that likes to bat together. Descartes 9 from 4 deliveries. Andrew 5 from 5. So still quiet, relatively early.
Back to you. Shake back. Yeah, that's the midline leg.
Kelshawn Andrew playing Robin to Batman yesterday. Descartes got 22, spent more than an hour outside there, but he played an excellent supporting role and allowing Descartes to do much of the striking because Descartes was showing he was in form. So Kelshawn Andrew was credited a whole lot from his camp and even from some of our comments coming in on the live feed. Javon Andrew, yes, he was credited a whole lot yesterday for his excellent batting temperament more than anything else.
And that temperament has to show today. It's a tricky wicket. Bit of grass. Sideways movement, a bit more bounce.
Okay then, thank you. Run, gentlemen, no boundary.
The hallmark, Jason, of good cricketers is when pressure is on and they can, really absorb the pressure. They can stay out there, do what is necessary, and ensure that the team gets the sort of results that they need. This one is pitch short. It's in the air. And it's dropped. A missed opportunity again. Descartes really, he seems to have maybe a cat in his pocket because he certainly has some lives. Let's hope he doesn't have to reach 9 lives, but this one short, top edge, really going extremely high. Enough time for Belfon to get there, but he misses. A let off for Descartes.
Yeah, well, this drop catch from Belfon really and truly had nothing to do with this delivery. It came from the previous delivery because the batsmen were getting into his head as the bowler, and you would normally find that happening the other way around. And I think this must have come from the previous delivery. He needs to settle down.
Good delivery there by Pascal. Quite pacey today. Has been really bowling well. I think coming from the top end, he shows, that bit of movement away from the right-hander. He gets it a lot more from that end. And that end just have a bit more grass if you look at it. And so he's exploiting these really good. Blasters, they want to really make good sense of what is happening. Another play and a miss. So Pascal really looking to put his team in a position where the pressure will tell and the batsman may have to do something rash.
Still 2 deliveries remaining in the power play. 24 for 2. It's a snail pace scoring.
Look in. Let go, shock you and stop. Let go. Calm down.
So the game really nicely poised. The Bayleaf Blasters, they took their time, they got themselves in. Very much a similar position. But the team from here that is able to really execute well, I think they're gonna win this game and win it quite handsomely. But for now, we can't tell because I believe it's a good contest. Another play and a miss to bring the over to an end. A quite interesting over. We had a drop catch. The Scot having a life. In the last 2 overs, he's had a life in each over. And so he seems to be the man with the favor on him.
Well, that's the end of the power play. Now, discard, they say fortune favors the brave. And he has been going after the delivery, showing some signs of aggression. He understands that he cannot afford to be bogged down. And he's been going after it. And fortune favoring the brave, he wouldn't mind that he's going to continue going after it. And if they're going to keep on dropping him, I'm quite sure at some point they're going to pay the price because he's shown good form. Even except for a few miscues.
Well, we saw Alexander yesterday. He's going to come into the attack at this time. Bowled pretty decently, and he will want to continue that to really help his team to get another victory. Him bowling well will be very important. It will help to set a pace. So far, he has started well and will want to continue. But I think they have done well. Narayan and his troops, they've really assessed the conditions well. And if you look at what is going on out there, they seem calm, they seem ready and poised to punks. But the Nutmeg Warriors will have a task. Well line, a quick single. These 2 Warriors batters just looking to pick off the singles, really just keep the scoreboard ticking over. Good approach. They do not want to wait too long before the boundaries start coming. You don't want to force it, but they need to start looking for an opportunity to maybe get the score going a bit faster.
Well, I don't know about forcing it because 5 6s are 30 plus 4 is 34. So 34 deliveries to score 57 runs. They better start doing something.
I saw the intent there from Andrew. The run rate is just creeping up quite slowly, but they will not be bothered. I think the Bayleaf Blasters, they really want to just take this upper hand that has been given to them. Want to continue bowling well, Alexander. Oh, that's gone. That's gone. That is put away with disdain. That shot came off the middle of the bat, and Shadrach Discard showing the prowess that he has shown in the previous game and continues. He picks up where he left off.
Yeah, he got into position quickly, middled it, swiveled, looked like even it was going further than it went, and that's a brilliant shot from Discard. He got into it quickly and used maximum effort. Dispatched it, looked beautiful.
Yeah, that was really awesome hitting it. Signals a new set of balls coming out maybe. But a good result for the Nutmeg Warriors. They push on to 33 for 2. Still 2 deliveries in the power play to go. They will want to maximize and ensure that they come out of the power play with some sort of momentum. Right away, the run rate drops. So it says that sensible cricket will get them over the line.
Oh, the cricket getting to Clyde Rondell John. He's making reference to the power play. We're in the 5th over, my friend. We're in the 5th over, my friend. Still 2 legal deliveries remaining in the 5th over. The field is spread already. The restrictions have been lifted.
You know, looking at the field, it still gives me... it says to me the power play is on because you have 2 men. So Mike and Narayan looking to keep the pressure has me really looking for something that is not there. But we have seen a really enthralling encounter so far. It can go anywhere from here. Still think that the Bayleaf Blasters, they are in this game. Another single to push the total on to 34. Really, Discard, you know, you look at the way he's batting, Jason, and you can see the shot of a man that is on top of his game. He understands his game inside out and knows exactly when he needs to step on the accelerator. You look at his body language and it tends to give you that sort of vibe.
He better, because his team needs him now. 48 from 31.
Lord appeal tend to get this woody sound coming from that delivery as the over comes to an end. So at the end of over number 5, it's the halfway stage. The Nutmeg Warriors, they are 35 for 2, chasing 83 for victory, posted by the Bayleaf Blasters. 48 needed from 30 deliveries. Quite an interesting game at hand.
Yeah, well, it's delicately poised right now, and this over, I think, more than the next. But this over in particular will give us an indication as to which direction the pendulum will swing a little more. They require 9.60. They're going at 7, and they want to step on the gas here, these Nutmeg Warriors, because the Bayleaf Blasters have now introduced Kelshon Andrew into their bowling attack. He's a little bit quick. He's a quickie at times. And or is it Narayan? So the captain, Narayan, is coming in. He can push it through as well, Mike and Narayan.
Well, Narayan has proven to be quite tricky with the ball. He tends to be the sort of player that is able to keep it tight. And surely the Bayleaf Blasters, they will want him to keep it as tight as he has been keeping it if they're going to have any chance of defeating the Nutmeg Warriors. Again, Discard just easing, caressing, just delicately playing that one. It didn't look as if he got the middle, but it raced across the ground, picking up a lovely looking 4.
Yeah, well, that was all timing. That was all timing and placement. He dissected the field beautifully, and it was all timing.
So the Nutmeg Warriors, they're on the charge. Discard moving along. He's now races to 22, so picking up exactly from where he left off. Again, Narayan, that's what he offers to the batters. He really can be deceptive at times. You need to really play him with that sort of respect. Nice breezy conditions. This card going down the wicket. They're going to be pushing for 2. Really good outstanding running from the pair out there. I think this is what, as you were saying, Jason, this over will tell a lot. And so far they've done really well to pick up the rate of scoring. And if they can just continue in that vein for the next few overs, they should have the victory.
There are 9 runs coming off of it already. And there's still 3 legal deliveries remaining.
Look at that. Look at that. Jubilation for the Bayleaf Blasters. Micah Narayan strikes. Very important wicket for them. It's the man that has been destructive for the Nutmeg Warriors. He goes. Big strike there for the Warriors. Sorry, for the Blasters.
Yeah, well, he rolled his hands across it at the very last second, and it was a wicket-to-wicket delivery, pitched right up, and Narayan rolled his hands at the very last moment. Descartes was looking to hike him somewhere over the pavilion, but he was beaten for the lack of pace, and that was expertly bowled by Micah Narayan.
Yeah, it sets this game in a really, really tense position because it can't swing anywhere. McDonald, we know, is a good striker of the cricket ball, but will have to really stabilize and make sure that he continues to lift the run rate, yet still keep the wicket in hand. This game is wide. It just has been burst wide open.
Oh, well. 42 runs and 26 deliveries remaining. You might think that the bowling team now has a slight advantage.
Yeah, that's the middle stump. And that's the off stump, yeah.
26 deliveries. They're 42 runs adrift. The Nutmeg Warriors, 41 for 3.
So the fans out there, you're a Nutmeg Warrior fan, you want to really show your support at the Nutmeg Warriors. If you're a Bayleaf Blaster, you will be hoping that these boys can blast out the Nutmeg Warriors. Really a big time, a big moment in this game has come. And if you're anywhere close to the ground, you want to keep your eyes glued to what is happening out there. You don't want to wink because I do believe that it makes for interesting cricket. Narayan just ensuring that his field is how he wants it. Again, another gone. Another one goes back. Micah Narayan with the ball has been destructive for his Bayleaf Blasters. Is this the moment? Has the game flipped on its head, Jason?
Yeah, well, I mean, remember we said it at the start of the over that this over is going to tell a story as to where the game would go. And Micah Narayan singing a good song here for the Bayleaf Blasters because he's picked up 2 wickets and it is just his first over. But more importantly, in this over, he would have limited the Nutmeg Warriors to just an additional 7 runs. And picking up 2 wickets, picking up the wicket of Andrew, and then the threatening and hard-hitting Shadrach Descartes a few moments prior to. So this over here, I think, more than ever, has tilted the game in the favor of the Bayleaf Blasters.
Well, the Bayleaf Blasters doing really well to get themselves into this position. One would hope that they can continue the pressure. The pressure has been, you know, because of the surface, I think that has really played in the minds of some of these batters, and definitely the game is wide open. Someone needs to step up here.
Well, Dylan Douglas is there for the Blasters. He's going to try and spin the Warriors out. The Warriors won the first contest when these two met earlier on in the week, and the Warriors won convincingly. I mean, the Bayleaf Blasters, they were brutalized by these Warriors, and it might very well be sweet revenge.
It's the first sign of spin that we're seeing from the Bayleaf Blasters for today. You look at the condition favoring the seamers, and you may want to question what is happening, but I do believe that Narayan is seeing something out there and wants to make sure that these batters don't really get off.
Well, go ahead.
Douglas would need to keep it tight.
I'll be surprised if he comes back with spin from the next end. I'll be very surprised. I think he's just probably trying to get someone on from the other end. I'll be very surprised if he goes back to spin on the next end. And I'm saying that because the success that he has had with his seamers, they've placed them in an awesome position. Just 44 runs coming from 6 overs.
So another single. They really not what the Bayleaf Blasters, what the Nutmeg Warriors need at this time. We've seen the boundaries being limited so far in both innings, and definitely the Bayleaf Blasters, I think they have assessed the conditions really well. Douglas bowling well, keeping the batsmen in check, not giving them the opportunity to really get under the ball. So it makes for an interesting contest from here. Looking to free the shackles is Daniel McDonald. We know that he can hit a long ball, has to be selective, has to really look and see. But so far, we must give credit to the Bayleaf Blasters and the way that they have approached this innings.
Surely.
Big strike, another one in the air, and it's taken. So John Olive goes, another wicket for the Bayleaf Blasters. They seem to have this game all worked out, Jason. Picking up the wickets, pressure is on the batters, they have to strike another wicket.
Can I tell you that credit to this wicket should go to Heron Campbell, the captain, the original captain who is not on the field? Can I tell you that? Let me tell you why. Remember a few deliveries before, Belfon was at Chatterbox. He was clearly upset about something. He dropped a catch a few deliveries ago, and he was noticeably upset. Heron Campbell, the experienced Heron Campbell, came to the edge of the boundary rope where Douglas was in this over a few deliveries prior, and had a conversation with him, settled him down, and then gave him his hat and sent him on his way back to the field. The next delivery, this guy was in a better frame of mind, and he took a more difficult catch than what he dropped a few deliveries ago. Hence the reason why I say a lot of the credit for this wicket should go to Heron Campbell, who is, by the way, off the field, but still playing a senior supportive role.
And that's what the experienced campaigners can give you. So we are in a very tricky position. 5 wickets down, the Nutmeg Warriors. They need someone to step up and really raise their hands and see how they can get them this further 37 needed. It's not going to happen that way. Douglas really bowling an outstanding over. The Bayleaf Blasters, they want to make sure that they ride on this momentum. They want to make sure that they get this game out of reach of the Nutmeg Warriors. It's over number 7 completed. So a further 3 to go.
16 deliveries remaining. Well, 18, sorry. 18 deliveries remaining, but 37 runs to get. Now, that gap continues to widen, and the Nutmeg Warriors at some point would want to open their hands. They're going at 6.5 runs per over. They require almost double that. What is required is just under 12.5. So they're going to have to do something, and now is the time to do it. It's now or never for them. You notice the field is spread, so they're limiting the boundaries. Mike and Orion is going to make them take singles.
This one neatly tucked. It's going to clear the ropes. This is more of what is needed. And badly lined delivery by Narayan, and McDonald just swiveling inside, getting it away. Very important strike for them. Narayan has been unsung so far, has done really everything he has been done, with some sort of excellence.
Yeah, well, his first over went for 7, and he picked up 2 wickets.
McDonald down the track, finding space. Fielder comes wrong, and they cross for 2. Really good, strong return, but not really troubling the batter. The throw was a bit far from the keeper. As we see a slight downpour coming across the last just playing field.
This downpour is going to favor the Bayleaf Blasters more than anything else. I don't have the calculation in front of me, but it's a common sense thing. Slow delivery from Narayan. He's been very particular with his bowling, Mike and Narayan.
Earlier in the innings, we spoke about the 2 teams and the sort of experience, and I think Narayan has really brought all the experience that he has gained over the years to this game, and it's really bossing this game really well. McDonald looking to hike him over the long off region, not making contact again. Slower delivery off cutter. Narayan really is bringing some tricks.
Well, that's the same length he bowled. The previous delivery is just that now he has adjusted it and moved into the stumps a little bit, and just going past the outside edge. A little bit of daylight, not too oozy, but more importantly, he has brought it a little closer. And look out for the slower delivery. This one is going to go wicket to wicket, I'm predicting, with a slower delivery.
McDonald down the track, striking well. Fielder has to come wrong, unable to do so. Another boundary for McDonald. A very important boundary in the context of what has been happening. Narayan will feel hard done. The fielder needed to be precise, and it's one of your more experienced fielders in Pascal. I'm guilty of not really doing the business.
Yeah, well, it was a slow delivery. He rolled his hands, but it was picked, and it was picked nicely by McDonald.
Again, down the track, hitting well. This time he limits the batters to 1. More importantly, it leaves him on strike.
Well, what was important there is that it was the identical delivery. Mike and Orion still bowling the slow one. The batsman playing the same stroke, the ball going to the same fielder in the same region, but Nilon Pascal this time not making the same mistake and limiting the batsman to 1. Now, take a look at the equation. 2 overs remaining, that's 12 deliveries, but 26 runs to get. They need to score 13 from each over right there. That's what's required. That is as simple as we can break it down for you. The 57 for 5, 26 runs adrift, but 12 deliveries to get it.
Well, with 11 runs coming off that previous over, I think the current run rate 7.13 and the required of 13, it is still gettable. Douglas has to bowl a really big over here. Starts well. Really, the Bayleaf Blasters will want to ensure that they take every opportunity, that they're on their toes, and you can hear the chatter, you can see their body language has lifted somewhat. They seem to be sniffing a victory.
They've still got to maintain their composure and keep cool and handle the business. It's not over until it's over.
Now you look at that delivery and I ask myself, is he bowling spin or medium pace?
Well, that was a quicker one, and he deceived the batsman.
Quick tug through the onside. They go for one. Pressure on the fielder. Can he respond? And they get two.
Here's what's happening there now. The spin bowler is not giving the ball much flight because he doesn't want the batsman to make a connection, use his feet and make a connection and send him for 6. He prefers to let the batsman use the pace of the delivery and nudge it around. That's the reason why the field is spread and the Blasters are comfortable with singles from the Warriors.
Striking Moses through the onside. It goes through the fielder and it's going to now cross the ropes. A big let off there in the field. Really, this is not what the Bayleaf Blasters require.
Well, he was placed there for that position again, and the bowler pushing the ball through, knowing that the batsman would want to go hard. You got to know that the ball is, look at it, it came through firmly. You know the batsman would want to strike it. Get yourself in position, keep your eyes on the ball, and you know that would have been a dot ball.
Again, Douglas coming back strongly. He's really not in the frame to mess around. He wants to do this business. You can see it from the body language. Bayleaf Blasters. Again, Moses striking pretty hard. Just warrants a single. So the over comes to an end. The score 65 for 5. 18 required of the last over. If any time they need a couple of big boundaries, it's now.
Yeah, well, you've got to mix it up. The bowler coming here now has to be given the instruction. This is what I would tell him. You're coming on as, this is medium pacer, is it? Who are they going to bring on? A lot would depend on who they bring on. Yeah, the medium pacer is going to come on.
So it's going to be Dante Oliver to close off the innings.
Right, so Dante Oliver, here's what. Upright seam, wicket to wicket, and vary the pace. Just short of a length. Push it up just short of a good length and wicket to wicket. Don't try to go too much outside the off stump, and don't look at anything down the leg side. Just focus on a spot and push it right there, just short of a length, and vary your pace. Allow the batsman to make the mistake. The field is spread. They're going to require 18. A dot ball or maybe 2 singles here puts the Nutmeg Warriors under more pressure.
Quite agree with you. Every dot ball will count. The ploy seem to be pitch it up. You have long on, long off, way back on the boundary. Let's see what happens. This starts with a wide. So just as you rightly said, you do not want to go down the leg side. Commentators curse, we may say.
17 from 6.
Will need to close off well, Dante Oliver. Alexander, sorry. Shot delivery. Is it going to beat the man? No, they go for 1. So in the context of the game, it's a good delivery for the Bayleaf Blasters. Only a single taken from it. But as you rightly said, hit the deck, get the ball into the pitch. Just short of a length. That's what he has just done.
Yeah, well, I'm still surprised that they decide to go with the medium pace. I really thought that they would have gone with the spinner, but Mike and Ryan probably has other plans. If I have to advise the Nutmeg Warriors, you've got to play straight and hard.
Good delivery from Oliver just really getting that ball just outside the off stump, not giving the batter much room. A really big delivery in the context of this match.
Well, there's absolutely no protection behind the bowler. Take a look at it. The camera would show us in just a second. There's absolutely no protection behind the bowler. You've just got to step and play straight. Those are runs. You're looking for a further, 16. He's trying to go across the line again.
Again, the hard length that Oliver is bowling. He's quite tall, so he will get the ball to bounce appreciably. Narayan doing well in terms of the end that seems to be assisting the bowlers with the bounce. He's had his medium pacer come from that end, and he has hit some really 2 deliveries of good length. Can McDonald really beat him off his length and get the runs needed? 16 from 3. Goes hard. Think save and accept a no ball. I think we can safely say that the Bayleaf Blasters will have this one in the bag, Jason. This, to me, is a really, really big win for them. You look at 82 at the start of the innings. No way it would have been enough in the minds of the Nutmeg Warriors. But here we are. 1 delivery, 2 deliveries to go. 15 runs needed.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been let off the hook here. You've got to play sensible cricket all the time.
Again, Oliver just hitting that hard length. Batsman can't respond. And surely now, the Bayleaf Blasters, they will be happy.
It's a good win for them, I can tell you that. I mean, they had their first win yesterday, and they bounced back today. Now, winning is a habit, so they've moved up from the bottom of the table, and this win will carry them higher up even.
Moses getting underneath this one. No one really looking to take the catch because they know that they have victory sealed. They have defeated the Nutmeg Warriors in really a fashion that I don't think most persons looking at the first innings with the likes of Fletcher, Cato, Descartes and these boys who put on a show yesterday, no one expected that the Bayleaf Blasters will come out victorious, but they have done so.
Yeah, well, Junior Murray has a lot of talking to do to his Nutmeg Warriors. He's the coach of the Nutmeg Warriors, and he's got a lot of talking to do to the Nutmeg Warriors because a score of 86 for 2 after limiting the Bayleaf Blasters to 86 for 2, you would have thought that it would have been pretty much academic. And to come out now and just score 69 runs, this is their second lowest total. I think they scored 63 a few days ago. And they're much better than this, the Nutmeg Warriors. So obviously they're going to have some talking to do. Credit to Troy George, the coach of the Bayleaf Blasters. I'm quite sure he would have given them some very strict and upright instructions as it relates to going over there and defending. They lost their shape a little bit in the field, the chatter, the commotion. But now winning brings smiles, as you can see from the Bayleaf Blasters. So congratulations to them and a good win, limiting the Warriors 69 for 5.
Well, a lot to smile about. They have finally gotten a bit of momentum, the Bayleaf Blasters. As I said to them earlier, you've got to keep your head up. You never know. This first victory could bring 2, it could bring 3, and maybe get them, into a really decent position on the table. So they will feel happy defeating the Nutmeg Warriors. Warriors start-stop season so far will want to stabilize.
Well, save and accept Shadrach Descartes, 24. Everyone else looked like an overseas telephone number, really. The scorecard looked like an overseas telephone number. Just single digits. 16 from McDonald, but 24 from Shadrach Descartes, and everything else was single. The bowling was pretty tight, pretty decent. Of course, it tells the story, 69 for 5. And the Nutmeg Warriors, they have a lot of talking to do. They've done a lot of work, so they are much more capable than what they would have registered but they've got a whole lot of, settling down to do.
Yeah, definitely, and we really need to give you the run through of the scope, the bowling card for the Bayleaf Blasters, because they really did an outstandingly well with the ball. They understood the conditions. Nyron Belfon, he had 2 overs. His 2 overs went for 18 runs, picking up a very important wicket. Nilon Pascal, his 2 overs went for 7 runs. He also picked up a wicket. Dante Oliver, tasked with bowling the final over. He picked up no wickets, but his 2 overs went for 14 runs. Micah Narain, really the one, I think, who has turned the game on its head. He picked up 2 very important wickets. His 2 overs went for 18 runs. Dylan Douglas coming in and just keeping the pressure. 1 over spin, 11 runs, picking up 1 wicket. So at the end of it all, the Nutmeg Warriors, 69 for 5, chasing 83 for victory. They come up short.
Short by 17, and we're going to go down to Kerry, and Kerry is down on the field at the edge of the boundary with the post-match presentation. And right after Kerry, we're going to just stop for a bit, refresh ourselves, and get ready for match number 2. Kerry, you can go ahead, it's yours. He's having some technical issues down there, as we can see on the edge, but Clove Challengers and Ginger Generals, that's coming up later on this afternoon in just under half an hour. So the team's already warming up for that encounter. It's very hot outside there in the middle, but we don't play cricket in the rain, so the players wouldn't mind at all. All right, I think Kerry is ready for us down in the middle. Is he? All right, let's go down on the edge of the boundary for Kerry. Kerry, take it away. Well, we just heard that he's having some microphone issues. All right. Yes, we're hearing Kerry now. We're hearing him now. So, yes, he can go ahead.
Miss McDonald. Welcome to the post-match ceremony for match number 15 in Season 4 of the Dream 11 Spicel T10 tournament. Victory to the Bayleaf Blasters by 14 runs. Their second victory in the tournament, second in a trot, and defeating the Nutmeg Warriors. We start first of all with the presentation of player of the match to Micah Narain. Micah will receive his award from the Assistant Secretary of the Grenada Cricket Association, Shiri Noel. Micah, just a few odds. 2-2 Bayleaf Blasters, they're soaring high at the moment.
Well, I want to say first about thank the Almighty. I think, as I tell you yesterday, as we play as a unit, I think no team in this competition could beat us.
You guys didn't have the best of innings with the bat, just scoring, 83 runs, but you were able to defend that quite well, winning by a margin of 14 runs. Must have been happy with the performance by your bowling unit.
Well, if you look at our side, we have a bowling strength. So I tell the guys, as long as we go out there and bat and score enough runs to give our bowlers a chance to bowl, and we see how the wicket play, I tell the guys, let we use the wicket, back off a length, and the runs were very hard to get. And they did just that, and we come out victorious today.
You guys, as I said, bowlers really stood up well, but we must say a word on Dante Alexander, who was very outstanding with his 2 overs, 1 up front and the final over of the match.
Well, I've been playing Dante for a while. I mean, it's young in the T10, but I always back him. And I think he believed in himself, and I think just go there and execute very well, and he did that just for me.
5 points, you guys know, are in the mix of things for a knockout spot. Must be excited, looking forward to the rest of the matches.
Well, as I say, we playing each game at a time, and next game is another final. So when our turn come Monday, please, that we're going to there and play hard cricket and secure another 2 points again.
All right, Micah, congratulations on today, both your individual and team performance, and all the best to the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Now going to have a word with Shadrach Descate, the standing captain today for the Nutmeg Warriors. Shadrach, one half of the game was good with the ball, but you guys are not able to back it up with the bat.
Not the result we wanted, but in the end, there is still a lot of things we could look at to better ourselves and going to further into the tournament. I think we just lapsed there in the end, but all in all, kudos to the team. They played good cricket at the end of the day.
Is there any bit of concern now for the Warriors? You seem to be winning one, losing one. Is it something you probably want to get on a long winning streak, continuing for the rest of the tournament?
I mean, we want to make winning a habit, so losing at this time of the tournament, we will take it, but it's not something that we're pleased with. But going forward, we're looking to win all our games.
All right, and I'm sure you guys may have some tactical changes. Any thoughts of maybe some changes to the bat in order for the next few matches?
That's something as a team we would have to figure out at management. We back every batsman to go out there and play the role. So in the end, at the end of the day, is what work.
All right, Shadrach, commiserations to this match and all the best to the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
So that was the words from the captains of the match number 15, Bayleaf Blasters and Nutmeg Warriors, one which the Blasters would have picked up 2 important points to now put them on 5 and place them quite nicely in the table for a spot in the knockout stage.